Welcome to our podcast. I tried so hard but still gained nothing. I've often found myself wondering what more I could do. Days spent pushing harder, trying to keep pace with an invisible standard. There's a strange loneliness in chasing after something that always feels just a little out of reach. You tell yourself if you just give it more effort, more focus, more time, surely something will change. But sometimes, despite all that effort, it doesn't. There's this heavy silence that follows moments of failure. Not the dramatic, life-altering kind that movies love to show. No, I'm talking about the quiet failures. The ones you live with every day when your work goes unnoticed, your plans fall apart, or the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels wider than ever. And worse, no one else seems to understand it. People love success stories. They love hearing about someone who hit rock bottom and then suddenly soared to unimaginable heights. But what about the stories where people just keep trying, without the miracle ending? What about the ones where effort doesn't pay off right away, or maybe ever in the way you imagined? Those stories don't get much attention, but they matter too. Sometimes we measure ourselves in ways that aren't fair. We look around and see people achieving things faster, getting recognition effortlessly, and then we start asking, what's wrong with me? Why am I still stuck here despite everything I've done? That question can eat away at you, making you question your worth and your abilities, but effort isn't always immediately rewarded. And we rarely acknowledge that reality because it's uncomfortable. We want hard work to be like a vending machine. You put in enough coins, and out pops success. But life doesn't work that way. Some of the best things take time. Way more time than we're ready to give. It's painful to try and not get results, I know. It makes you want to quit. But there's a strange kind of beauty in persistence. It's not flashy, and it doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like getting up and doing the same thing again, even when everything inside you wants to stop. The world doesn't often celebrate that kind of strength, but it should, because continuing when things aren't going your way is a quiet act of courage. And maybe that's what we need to value more. Not just the achievements, but the refusal to give up. When giving up feels like the easier option. It's strange how effort can sometimes feel invisible. You pour your heart into something, give it all you have, and yet there's no applause, no visible reward, not even a sign that you're moving forward. It's in those moments that doubt creeps in, whispering that maybe you're wasting your time. Maybe you're just not cut out for what you're pursuing. But I've learned that those whispers are often wrong, dangerously wrong. Because effort, even when it goes unseen, is never without value. The world teaches us to chase results, but it rarely talks about the process. The long, messy, uncertain process that shapes who you are. Sometimes that's the point. Not reaching the destination right away, but becoming the person who's capable of getting there, even if it takes longer than you thought. There's this myth that success comes in one grand leap, one defining moment. But more often than not, it's the result of 100 small steps, each one feeling insignificant on its own. You show up, you try, you fail, and you try again. And while you're busy thinking you're getting nowhere, something deeper is happening. Patience is one of the hardest lessons to learn when you're striving for something. We live in a world of instant gratification, where everything is designed to be fast, easy, and immediate. But meaningful progress doesn't work that way. Growth often happens in silence beneath the surface, where no one else can see it, not even you. And then there's the comparison trap. You see someone else achieving what you want, seemingly with less effort, and it stings. It makes you wonder what they have that you don't. But comparison is a thief. It robs you of the joy that comes from your own unique journey. No two paths are ever the same, and trying to measure yours against someone else's will only lead to frustration. What I've come to realize is that sometimes the reward isn't what you achieve, but who you become in the process of trying. Every setback, every disappointment, every moment where you wanted to give up but didn't, those are victories too, even if they don't look like it at the time. It's easy to celebrate the end results, but what about the courage it takes to simply keep going? To wake up each day and decide to try again, even when nothing is guaranteed? That's not failure. That's strength in its purest form. There's also something humbling about not getting what you want right away. It forces you to reflect, to dig deeper, to question your motives. Are you doing this because you truly love it, or because you just want validation? That's a tough question to face, but it's an important one. And sometimes, the answer can change the way you approach everything. If you're in that space right now, where it feels like all your efforts are leading nowhere, I want you to remember this. Growth doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it's a quiet shift, a change in perspective, a newfound resilience that you carry with you. And those things matter just as much as any external achievement. Keep trusting the process, even when it makes no sense. Keep showing up, even when you feel like you're moving backward. Because what you're building inside yourself right now is something that no one can take away from you. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that the effort was never wasted. It was shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever imagined. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Also, feel free to share your thoughts or any questions you have in the comments below.